Welcome back, beautiful, beloved souls. My name is Gemstone, and I'm a psychic medium, and I'm an author. And on my channel, mostly commentaries, but you will find I look at anything and everything to do with life and death. I look at things through a lens. I'm not going to go on. If you want to know more about me, just put in the search bar in my channel the particular topic you might be interested. I might just have covered it. So I don't fit a particular niche. And again, I'm going to give a warning. This is adult content and we need to talk about it. We've got to stop burying our heads in the sand because I'm a survivor too. So let's get on with it. People are trying to understand what's coming out now. The files, the scandals, the talk of elites, cults, and networks. And I understand the shock. I really do. As I said, I'm a survivor. But what I keep noticing is this idea that what we're seeing is somehow new, as if it began with one man, one island, one era. It didn't. What we're actually looking at is something far older than the internet, older than modern policing, older even than the idea of children having rights. I want to say something carefully because this matters. Explaining history is not excusing harm. Looking backward is not minimizing what children experience today. It's the opposite. I'm 65 years old. What people are reacting to now with horror was already happening when I was a child. It happened to me, and long before that. If you look honestly at history, especially places like ancient Rome and ancient Greece, sexual access was not about consent. It was about power. Children, enslaved people, the poor, women, they didn't belong to themselves. They belonged to households, to masters, to patrons. What we now clearly recognize as abuse was once embedded into social order, not hidden, structured. That doesn't make it less horrific. It makes the trauma deeper because it lasted for centuries. And this is where people get uncomfortable. Abuse doesn't belong to one culture, one country, or one religion. It belongs to systems where powers protect itself. What happened to me with the pedophile involved Yugoslavian men. That doesn't make it a Yugoslavian problem. What it makes it is a human power problem. Across history, whenever groups of men were wealthy, respected, untouchable, or morally protected, abuse followed. And it followed the same pattern every time. Silence, denial, blame shifted onto the victim. Even institutions meant to represent morality haven't been immune. The Catholic Church didn't invent abuse, but it shows us something important. When reputation matters more than children, harm becomes generational. This is not about attacking faith. It's about acknowledging what secrecy and hierarchy can do. There's another irony here that I keep thinking about. Thousands of years ago, we cheered blood sports. We filled arenas to watch people and animals tortured and killed for entertainment. Today, most of us are sickened by the idea. That tells me something essential. Human morality does evolve, but trauma doesn't disappear just because society changes its mind. The people who were abused in those eras didn't vanish. They became parents, leaders, workers. They carried wounds forward, and so did some of the abusers. So when people are horrified by what's being revealed now, I understand that reaction, but I also think we need to recognize what we're actually seeing. This isn't a sudden outbreak of evil. It's the surfacing of a pattern that's been normalized, excused, and protected for thousands of years, especially among the powerful. Elites behaving as if rules don't apply to them is not modern sickness. It's a habit. And habits that old don't break quietly. That's why survivors exist in every generation. Some of us are children now. Some of us are elderly. Many of us were never counted, never believed, never offered justice. I'm one of those. Our abusers are dead. Our evidence is gone. Our silence was mistaken for consent. So, when I speak about history, I'm not distracting myself from today's victims. I'm standing beside them and saying, you are not part of a new story. You are part of a long one. And understanding that matters because it reminds us of something crucial. What we're fighting is not just individual monsters. It's systems that learned over centuries how to protect them. And systems can be dismantled, but only if we're willing to see how long they've been standing. I want to thank very much viewers and to put a disclaimer that I am talking about history that stretches back centuries, where it was normalized because, like I said, masters' houses, royal houses, owned women, owned slaves, owned children. We were not seen as women, children, or people. We were dehumanized as lower than these people. And this is why I believe abuse has gone down the centuries, and only now are we saying enough. Trauma has lasted centuries. Abuse has lasted centuries. If this is happening to you or someone you know, please reach out for help. Please. And I just want to remind you, if you're a survivor like me, you are not broken. And what they did is not your fault. Please be kind to each other. And if you do drop a comment, be respectful. Take care of yourselves. Love, light, and blessings. Bye.